What happened between Dolly Parton and Elvis Presley? Dolly Parton once turned down Elvis Presley's request despite describing him as his family. Dolly Parton inspired many artists and was loved by many for her reputation as a saint. Fans were therefore a little surprised when she revealed that she turned down a songwriting request from Elvis Presley, king of rock and roll, Elvis Presley. Here's what's really going on between them. Dolly Parton's relationship with Elvis Presley. A year after Elvis's tragic death in 1977, Parton has said she may be related to the dog performer. "I always felt like we were part of the family," she told Playboy, based on Dolly's book about Dolly, Interviews and Encounters with Dolly Parton. "I think I know exactly what kind of man he is. Every time he comes to town, even though I'm home, I don't go, there's always something that bothers me. Prevents you from going in. There are other people I like to listen to sing better, but no one is connected to me anymore." In the same interview, the successful producer of Jolene reflects on how the singer became a movie star icon. "He was very caring, very emotional, very sensitive, very helpful, very humble, grateful, she explained. "I always felt like he was in awe of his own success, and he didn't quite understand why he had been chosen the way he was, why he had become such an icon." Parton and Presley struggled for money before becoming famous, the latter having grown up in public housing or apartment buildings in a poor neighborhood north of Memphis. Her father, Vernon, who also worked odd jobs, was sentenced to 3 years in prison for forging a $4 check. The cursed caption told Life mag of his self-taught story. "I don't think money or status matters. But I never forget the desire to be great. I think if you're poor, you always think bigger and want more than those born with everything." Dolly Parton refuses to let Elvis Presley cover "I'll Always Love You." Presley he actually sang Parton's 1974 hit "I Will Always Love You" to his ex-wife Priscilla as he was leaving the divorce court. In the Big Issues letter to my younger self, Grace and Frankie guest stars share, Priscilla later told me he sang this song to her as they walked down the courthouse steps after their divorce. "It really touched me, no surprise when Presley reached out to Parton and asked if he could do a cover of the song." The former 9 to 5 student said she was very excited about it and immediately broke the news to her friends. "I tell everyone. They called me to say that Elvis was recording it. Elvis wants to see me and so on." Unfortunately, when Presley's manager, Colonel Tom Parker, called her to discuss the terms of the partnership, they couldn't come to an agreement. "You know, we haven't signed anything with Elvis Presley, no. Unless we owned a publishing house or at least half of it," Parton recalled when he lived and studied with Reba McEntire. "Well, that sheds some new light on that because I can't give you half the publishing house. I leave it to my family. I can't do it," she continued, noting that she had cried about the incident. "I cried all night. Oh, I just suggested that Elvis Presley sing. I know Elvis liked that. I know it's not him, but it's true. I say no." Dolly Parton on the cover of Whitney Houston's "I Will Always Love You." On turning down Presley some 20 years after Demand, Whitney Houston's performance of "I Will Always Record Love You" has reached peak charts. Song on the radio, she barely recognized the song. At the time, all she knew was that Kevin Costner wanted the song for their 1992 film, The Bodyguard. "I knew it was something, but it wasn't recorded," she later told SiriusXM. "I thought, what is this? I know what this is." And then all of a sudden she started saying. When she said "I will always love you," honestly, I almost broke down. I had to stop low. Parton added that she will never forget this moment. "I was terrified because at that moment I was so caught up in it that I had to stop and listen to it," she recalls. But the song, the most overwhelming feeling in the song is that mine can be so well done, so massive, so overwhelming it's almost just a heart attack. I'll never forget that. When it's asked what she thought of Houston making her more popular than her, Parton joked that as long as she got a royalty check, she was okay. That's it for the video of today. Like this.